This was a topic I've been wanting to touch on for a long time now, so I'm so glad that I finally get my thoughts together. Well, at least I hope that is. I feel like I'll never stop expanding on this topic. So sit forward, tense up, and enjoy listening to me talk for however long this video is. Hi, I'm so sorry, but I gotta point out something. One, I straight up forgot to tell you that it's a song that I made. Number 2, Jungkook from BTS straight up stole my look, which I'm not happy about, and that's it. That's all I gotta say. So, where should I start? So what's siglas about? I would explain the overall concept as the uneasy feeling or just not wanting to explicitly say or declare I have this certain trait. Declare, I'm so dramatic. Hear me, I declare I have anxiety, because it feels like it could go downhill from there and I can start acting up on it more and it could backfire. There's an actual term for it. It's called self-fulfillment prophecy, so I'm actually onto something here, but we'll dive into that more later. But at the same time, these labels were created to literally cope with these certain struggles, so it's kind of like the complexity of it. So I guess you can say, well, I guess I can say, it's important to not let them get to my head, otherwise it can have a bad impact as opposed to a positive impact. That was such a bar, wasn't it? Part 2, examples. I feel like it's being more and more normalized, being diagnosed with things such as ADHD, and which, by the way, I feel like it's like the most popular thing people get diagnosed with. Let me know in the comments below if you're one of those rare people who do not have ADHD or weren't diagnosed with ADHD. At this point, I feel like it's more rare to see people without ADHD, to be honest. Back to what I was saying. So, moving on. Don't get me wrong, I'm so glad that there's more awareness surrounding neurodiversity, and I'm obviously happy about that. At the same time though, I think it can go overboard a little bit without them noticing, to drive the idea that I can't do this because I'm like this, or and I can't act different from that. Dude, sometimes things happen and it's not because of ADD. But at the same time, it's I can't completely ignore it because so that's where the confusion comes in. Part 4, self-fulfilling prophecy. Sociologist Robert Merton explained it as a false definition of the situation evoking a new behavior which makes the original false conception come true. That's a friggin' bar right there. Although I would consider having dyslexia more as a fact than it is false conception, I still think this quote can somewhat apply to it because, for example, back in the day when I was a tiny little person still, my parents have told me that, ever since the beginning, they thought that let's just say my brain worked differently. But growing up, I didn't pay too much attention, and I saw my dyslexia as a quirky little trait of mine, which technically it is, but that's how I saw it. I never saw it as a mental thing. Well, that isn't until I grew a little bit older. So basically, when I started to grow older and being on the interwebs, I saw a lot of people refer to, for example, dyslexia as a problem. And so that's when I also started seeing it as a problem, I guess you can say. And once I started to see it like that, I noticed that I started to notice it acting up more, or it felt like it, I noticed it more time. And I could do a simple thing read something backwards and I would be OMG, it's my dyslexia. Oh my god, no. My life is so hard. And now that just happens and I move on quickly and I forget about it. But why am I doing this a lot? I also wanted to include this excerpt from the book called The Body Keeps the Score by Bessel van der Kolk. I don't know if I pronounced that correctly, I'm sorry. And, it's a pretty long excerpt, so I'm just gonna put the picture of the page so you can pause to read. I thought it would be relevant for this video, so here it is. Anyway, let's continue. Part 3, more than neurodiversity. Although the song name is called Siglas, the song name is literally siglas, which siglas, if you guys don't know Spanish, it's an abbreviation for something, and I use it to specifically refer to abbreviations of diagnosis for neurodivergent things, you know. Although the song mainly focuses on mental state, the song isn't just meant to cover that, but to other simple things in life, such as personality, appearance, character traits, zodiac signs. Well, I don't think there's a concrete conclusion to this because this is so convoluted. But all I can think to say right now is bye. Oh wait, you can listen to my song if you want. I got so into it that I forgot that. Oh, you can listen to it in pretty much anywhere if you want, like on Spotify and stuff like that if you want. This whole video was literally supposed to promote the song and I've barely done that. So